I'm spending my whole weekend in my pajamas. The whole thing for me is I'm trying to save you time, money, and energy. I have got a PhD in life. So, like, what do I care what some random person on the internet thinks of me? A new year, new me. You gotta have some fun. God, Tim, everything you touch just, like, is amazing. And I want to tell that person, no, it's not. I'm only trying to make one person happy, and that's Tim Castleman. Hey, buddy, how are you? Listen, I figured while I was high on the meth, I might as well do a podcast. I took last week off. Thank you for your support and understanding. It was too tough for me to speak into a microphone for 30 minutes between 7 calendar days last week. That's how busy I've been, or at least that's how busy I'm going to tell you. Let me shut the light off in here. It's currently, right now, 10 o'clock at night, 97 degrees from a balmy 106. Today, hell and Texas are on fire. Actually, Canada's on fire. Texas burns free with freedom every day. You know this. And I have been a busy little bee. I have had a lot of things go on over the last couple of weeks, and luckily I have a microphone that I get to vent into, and even more lucky for me, nobody listens to this fucking thing, so I guess it won't matter. It's not true. We had our biggest episode when I talked about how I pitched Russell Brunson. Thank you for the listens and the validations and making me feel like a human being, and then you took that love away on the very next podcast. You all left me alone, and it was because it was on the 4th, and I released it, and oh man, what am I going to do? I'm just going to keep doing this. Yes, I did mention meth. Yes, I am on it. Yes, it is legal. I have a prescription. Take a very small amount of Adderall. I take it very, very sparingly. On days where I'm trying to be super productive and not communicate with the general public, I do take it. So that's probably about 4 times a month, if I had to guess. 4 to 6 times, right? Like an addict. Okay, look, every day, but I do it for fun. I can quit anytime. Don't take it away from me. It's supposed to help me focus. I find it just gives me a little bit more energy to get stuff done. And I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful for everyone who took us up on the Dan Kennedy Opportunity Marketing Seminar Summit Summary. Is that enough fucking words for you, right? The OCM Opportunity Concept Marketing, right? Yep. Notes, thank you so much. Those, by the time you guys listen to this, they will have been delivered in your inbox for all the buyers. If you didn't buy them and you're on my email list, you should go click the link and see if it's still live. And if you're not on my email list, well, you should buy something from me at funnelhackingnotes.com. I don't know. Type in Tim Castleman. Make sure there's a buy button. You buy something, you get added to my email list. It's pretty simple. I don't have a free email list. Because although I do live on a piece of property here in Texas, a very small piece of property, not even really a piece of property, it's just a corner lot. What I don't have is space for kangaroos, right? I think I've mentioned it before, but if not, I'll mention it. Ryan Stewman, who, from my understanding of him, appears to be a horrible human being, but still successful, right? He came up with that term, and I heard it through him. So all credit goes to him for that. Still not a big fan of the person, right? But don't invalidate the message with the messenger. And I tell you that because I've been doing a lot of that this week as far as digging down to some messages where the messengers are pure evil and scum of the earth, possibly. I don't know. I'm knee deep, right? I'm an armchair expert. I'm getting in there deep. Right now, I've read a book, so of course I'm an expert according to anyone that sells a $7 WSO, right? If you read 3 books, you're better off than 90% of the people out there. I mean, you're still a total idiot until you do something, but at least you'll have the information and knowledge. Well, I've read the book. I pulled the legal documents of a case that I'm very interested in. I've hired an attorney, and you know what I think of those people. In case you don't know, I think they all should be put into whatever holds the most capacity as far as a stadium, preferably an NBA stadium, since nobody watches that league anymore. It's a joke, right? But I like to put them all in there and then just have Russia nuke the shit out of it. And if, have steamrollers just ready, and if anyone even attempts to get out of their chair, they just we got to steamroll this whole section. And then after they're gassed and then steamrolled, somebody with some type of fire apparatus just comes through and, okay, seats are clean because I melted all them off. That's what I think of lawyers. but I've actually found a lawyer that's not too bad. And they're going through the legal documents for me, and I'm working on a project that I can't really speak about, but it involves a scam artist, and, there might be calls have made to a prison, there might be a correspondence going on. There's a lot of things in the background. As I told my friend the other day, I jokingly, but seriously, want people to give me money and then leave me the hell alone and let me go do the work that I'd like to do. And this is the eternal struggle for me, right? I would really like to go through and go deep dive on some old Gary Halbert material. I found it. It took a huge search. I had to involve half the internet. I bribed. I lied. I cheated my way. No kidding. I found it finally. And as a result, we're able to get my hands on the supplies I needed to do this. But then I send this Dan Kennedy promotion out, and I think we got close to 100 buyers now, which is awesome. But it's a summary notes product to a list of summary notes product buyers. Like I said, I don't have any fat on the list in terms of freebie seekers. All of the people that are getting emails from me are getting them because they bought something from me and they bought something similar. So all the things would say, well, if they bought something recently within the last 18 months and it's similar, they should buy more. But no, that has not been my personal experience. So I'm really frustrated with that, but it's a part of business. And as I've written on note card number 3 for the year, it's only a number. It's only providing feedback. How do we address it? Got a survey going out, mañana. We address it immediately. I was like, oh man, I kind of want to wait till next week. Nope. Promotion is pulling one of those Titanic subs or the sub that went after to look at it. It's pulling that, so we don't need to see it sink to the bottom, right? We heard an implosion. We think something went wrong. Cool, we're done here. Let's wrap it up. And move on to the next thing, which is what we're doing. I had to laugh. I forget what movie that was. It wasn't a movie. It was a comedy bit. Nick Swartzen talking about Grandma's house. Like, he didn't even make through the whole playing of the movie. Like 30 minutes in, they walked in. They're like, yeah, we can wrap this up. If you don't want the trinkets I sell, that's fine. It's fine. I'll survive. Survey will hopefully help me find out more about my customer and what's going on with them and how I can help them the most. So I'm really excited about that. To be continued on so many things. The scam case I'm working on, the Halbert stuff I'm interested in, the survey, which is going to tell me what the people want, trying to figure out how I can do like a Kickstarter type thing where I'm like, here's this project I really want to do. And I really would like some support up front so that you mother truckers could leave me alone. If you gave me, I don't know, $25,000 in 3 months and just said, go away and come back in 3 months, I might have something for you. If you gave me 6 months, I definitely would have something for you. But then it's like, well, 25K times 2, that's 50 for a year. Is that, it's not bad money. Don't get me wrong, but I have expensive taste. I like to live in a house that has AC and drive a vehicle and eat. That's it. I don't go out very much anymore, if at all. Dating is expensive, but that's part of it. I don't live an extravagant lifestyle. So I could pull a lot for a little bit of money, but trying to get people who get upset every year at me when I pre-sell the notes and they don't get them immediately. They're like, where the hell are the notes? And I'm like, well, I'm still at the event. See, it's still going on. Those are my favorite. Next to the people, well, I took 474 pages of notes. Well, that's good for you. That's amazing. So, yeah, a lot of things in the head, not really writing them down, which is stupid of me. Tried to do a new thing this month. It was not working, so I had to ditch it. I'll explain it another time. I was trying to write more, okay? Every day I was like, it'll be simple. You just add a minute a day. And on the 11th day, it's 11 minutes, 12 minutes on the 12th, and so on and so forth. That's great until you miss a day, right? Or you're just doing it to do the damn assignment and you're not really doing it to think. So now that I've had my little friend Methy join the party, maybe I can sit down and, make a wish this blueprint out in my mind to share it with the people who love and support the business, and then ultimately share it with the masses. Survey is the first step. The other thing I'm realizing is I'm trying to make these big things and big projects and all of this stuff and make it perfect and have every dot connected in my head before I even begin the first sentence. And I don't think that's necessarily good for the mental health or productivity. I think it's good to have a general direction. The whole like, what do you see yourself doing in 10 years? I have no idea. Let's do 3 years max plan, right? 3 years max. And year 3 is but a whisper. Year 2 is like, I don't know. You see a restaurant that's like, oh, Buc-ee's. It's big here in Texas, 100 miles away. That's the 3-year plan, right? Next town, 46 miles away. Cool. That's like the intermediate. Gas, 5 miles. That's like next, the next day. And all I'm focused on right now is trying to get the machine running again. Guys, I thought if I solely neglected my business, sorely neglected my business for the past 5 years and made several attempts to get started with false starts that I had to restart again and be like, hey. That scene in Napoleon Dynamite where he's like, this Tupperware is so good, it won't even, it can withstand a car driving over it. And then he just drives over it and drives off. Well, imagine he's got to show back up and be like, hey, remember when I tried that trick yesterday? Well, it's going to work now. And it doesn't. I'm glad to say it finally has. I feel good as I take off my headset that isn't connected to anything. Is the meth kicking in? I don't know. I'm getting hot. Is it because I'm wearing a hoodie in 96-degree weather? Probably, but we're stripping naked. Woo-wee. Good thing we don't have a cam on this. Hide your girls, hide your children, hide your wife. Timmy C is coming in. I do have one of those Sunray t-shirts that, they're like, for fat people, it won't make you hot. It'll just keep the sun off your glycerin white lard-filled skin. I was like, I need 5 of those. Can I get that? Thank you. Today, by the way, is Amazon Prime Day. Big sales on a bunch of stuff. Nothing that I'm interested in because, of course, I bought everything I needed before Prime because that's what you do when you're a smart entrepreneur. You spend the most amount of money, not the least amount of money. This promotion is, pretty much done. Not happy with it, but we're going to get the survey out tomorrow, and that will help. That will help a ton to give us some guidance and direction. And then we're going to focus on the next 90 days, the gas 5 miles ahead, if you will. And if I can do that, I think that we'll be good. I've got to get, excuse me. The hardest thing for me is trying to manage all of these plates in the air. And I'm in charge of putting the plates up there. So what I have to do is I like to put a lot of plates up and then I'm forced to take a bunch of them down. It'd be great if I could, reverse that process and not even put them up in the first place. But I got to expand to contract. And that's what I've been doing. I was like, I want to take this art class. I want to do this. I want to do that. Now I'm like, cut that. Let's get the main thing being the main thing. For instance, I'm a cigar guy. Don't know if you know that or not. Been to Cuba a few times this year, right? Big cigar guy. I got an idea for some cigar stuff that I think would be cool to do. And how could I do this? And wouldn't this be awesome if I set all of this up? And then I was like, yeah, okay, cool. And where's the money in that? And it's like, well, it's down the road. It's like, no. Where's the money today? And not even today. Where's the money? Where's the goal? Does the cigar industry really need another fat, balding white guy to be like, this cigar smells good? Talk to Tina. She's 27 with 2 kids and a C-section scar in her 2-piece bathing suit. Tina, what do you think? She's like, I'm just here for eye candy. Back to you, Tim, right? So I got to look back and go, oh, no. I want to do that, but I can't. Right now, we're in the stack money phase of the business. I got a little book I'm reading called Ready, Fire, Aim. Can't wait to start cranking on that. But I have a book summary that I'm doing on this other book related to the scam. See what I'm saying? Then I got 15 years of notes that I need to go through. I got a lot of things on the conveyor belt. And I'm going to need to be much better about picking stuff off there and really minimizing it. It's like this podcast, should be doing better. When I email it out to my list, it does okay. Some of you listen, some of you don't. So it's like, all right, well, does anyone give a shit about this thing? Do I want to keep doing this, right? Or is this my one passion project? I can't be like, this is my passion project. Be like, Tim, this is your fifth passion project. Do you have a profit project? This is my passion project. Okay, does it make any money? No. Okay, you want to be homeless? Oh, no. Okay, do you think maybe we could do something about that? Yes. So tonight, while the meth courses through my body, I guess I will be sitting down and writing out a list again of all the things that I'm thinking about. And then I'm going to have to get real O.J. Simpson on that list, right? Real 9/11 on that list. Real Washington shooters out of the back of a car. I don't remember what they used to call them, right? Real Unabomber on that list. Things must die so that I can live. And it's not die forever. It's just like, not right now. It's okay to have a passion project, this. But you got to have profit coming in to have the passion project, to have the time to do the passion project. Real hard to have a passion project working at DQ. Real hard to record this podcast. Be like, all right, hold on, y'all. Number 7, your banana blizzard with chocolate sprinkles and cookie dough ice cream and cake icing is ready for you, along with your Diet Coke. Number 7, please. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Where was I? See how distracting that would be to try to record? Plus, I mean, let's be honest. I go into any type of official, formal environment. They're going to ask some questions. First, they're going to be like, hey, do you own pants? Be like, yeah. Be like, did you not want to wear it today? Be like, no. It was summer. I thought, summer attire. I got these stretchy shorts on. Like, those look like basketball shorts. Be like, uh-huh. Be like, do you play? Be like, uh-uh. Look at me. Do you play? Look at me and ask that question again. Like, well, okay, we'll get past that. Is that a collared shirt that you put on top of your basketball shorts? Be like, yeah, I wanted to be professional. It's got a collar. Can't kick me out of here. But, oh, okay, cool. We noticed that although we set the appointment and the interview for 8 a.m., it's 11:30. And you're rolling in here like you're doing us a favor. Like, yeah, uh-huh. It's before noon, right? Yeah, you're welcome. I said I would come early. I did. They're like, all right, we're going to overlook all of that. Your qualifications are so pure and so amazing. We would like to offer you the chance to work for us. I'm like, great. Like the positions, Monday through Friday, huh? 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Be like, excuse, what? What? 1 hour lunch, bro. What? But before we can do any of that, Mr. Caswell, we need to do a drug test and be like, I'm not sure if you're ready for that thing to glow in the dark. I didn't realize I was coming on Maury today. I thought I was coming to get a job, not confess in my sins. Yes, that is meth in my system. Here's my Adderall prescription. Yes, that is marijuana in my system, or THC. It's probably because I've been smoking a lot of CBD. Also, I'd like to show you this now outdated, but totally legit when we got it. Marijuana license from Venice. You can tell it's legit because it has our face on it. Photo. Sorry. You know what I mean. I don't think that would work well for me, is all I'm saying. I just don't think it would work well out for me or anybody else to have to put in that type of time, right? People are like, I do it all the time, Tim. I hate my job. I hate my life. I'm miserable. I can't stand my wife. My kids piss me off. I'm like, yeah, that's what I know. I know. I remember that. I remember having that job. I don't want that job no more. You have that job. Someone else can have that job. Doesn't have to be you or me, but it ain't going to be me. Do you really see me as the front facing of a company? Like, hi, thanks for calling Cigars International. This is Tim. How can I help you? Yes, I ordered some cigars and they haven't come yet. Great, do you have a tracking? No, I don't have any fucking information. Why can't you help me, you foreign bastards? Donald Trump was the greatest president ever, and when he's reelected, which he probably will be, we're going to tear your country down. We're like, sir, I live in Texas. Be like, oh, sorry, Patriot. Sorry. Here we go. So, yeah, what can I say? I have a lot of plates spinning right now. We're going to take some plates off of the merry-go-round, and we're going to focus on what needs to be done. This is kind of not a pivotal moment, right? But having the survey done, provided that we do get a large amount of feedback, and I've tried to encourage the response on this one by giving away some gift cards to Amazon. My goal is that we have a few hundred surveys, and as a result of that, we'll be able to understand our customers better and give them what they want versus what I think that they need. And still allow me space to do my passion project, this podcast, and to putz around and to try to combine this into that and, to do my thing that has been successful for quite some time. Hopefully, old dog, old tricks can still work somehow. I don't know, man. It just, like I'm confident in my skills and ability. I know I have skills to make a living. I don't expect to be at Russell Brunson's level. If I could get this thing up to $1 million a year without wanting to kill myself, that'd be awesome. And without having to have a huge staff, that'd be even better. So maybe that's the goal that we're kind of headed towards, is how the hell do I do it while maintaining a lifestyle that I enjoy, that I find enjoyable and rewarding, while still making enough to support myself and not freak out every time a bill comes. Again, compared to the average American, I'm doing pretty good, even with all of the dog shit that has been thrown my way the last couple of years. But them wolves are hungry, and them wolves, they like to eat. Oh, partial line from American Aquarium album Wolves, song Wolves. Really good. So yeah. Uncertain certainty. Also, feel like it might be time for ketamine treatment number 3. I felt off the last couple days, maybe even a week. Snapped at a guy for no reason online, which, I used to do all the time, but I'm really trying to, pull that shit in and hold it together better. And I failed at that. That's going to cost me some money. Not in a lawsuit, because he's not a cunt. But still going to cost me some money and political capital to be like, oh, hey, here's egg, my face. So sorry about that. And it's the right thing to do, and I need to do it. And I have already done it, but it's just one of those things that's just like, oh, fuck, why'd I do that? Finding myself a little emo. There's just certain triggers, there's just certain... it's like I don't know what to fucking share. When I'm wondering, if I should have given up everything when my ex abandoned our marriage and just given up to all of her demands, right? To go to therapy 6 times a week from all Christian counselors, whatever it was. I wonder if I just gave that up, would have life been better? I'd still have the support. I wouldn't freak out so much about the unknown. I don't know. It's tough because it's like I wouldn't be this person that's talking in this microphone today without all the bullshit in the last couple years. But at the same time, there is a reason why they say ignorance is bliss. I think about my ex-girlfriend, same thing. Like, oh man, she hated me doing concerts and always wanted to spend every waking second together. And maybe I should have just given that up. Given up my hopes and dreams just to have, it's like, that's the fight we all fight. It's like, do we give up on security and the thing that we know, or do we kind of blaze our own path? And I didn't really get an option on the first one. That path was already presented to me in the form of a Dear John letter in an empty house. Yeah. So this is why I think it might be ketamine time again, because I'm in a dark spot over that stuff. Like not, nothing crazy, dark spot, okay? But definitely have had thoughts like that haven't come up in several months. So to me, it tells me there's some shit there that probably need to go dig out through the ketamine machine. Take my medicine again. Hopefully not with the same shitty doctor. In fact, it won't be. They're like, oh, that's the only person you can see. Be like, okay, thanks, but no thanks. But yeah, I think it's time to do another treatment and see if I can't pick up and keep the emotional stuff going in the right direction. It's also tough because, I want to acknowledge that this year I've been more active than ever. I mean, the fact that I'm even recording a podcast or doing any type of work that doesn't involve, letting the sun bake my skin into a golden brown while smelling like bacon and barbecue at the same time, of course, is a big step for me. The fact I'm doing anything, the fact that I have some energy, the fact drive. So it's as, oh God, why can't I remember his name? Dan Sullivan. There we go. As Dan Sullivan would say, because I'm looking in the gap of what I don't have versus how far I've come. And I understand that. And I even say you got to celebrate every win. And you do. But fuck, it's like, could we be celebrating this on a private jet with fancy champagne? Like, no? Franken beans in a trailer park, huh? Okay. All right. And my brain just swirls with this shit all the time. And I'm trying to do better with that through therapy and be like, this is nice. And yeah. The good thing about being a solo shut-in is your brain has unlimited time to think or absorb YouTube videos. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And gosh darn it, people like me. I think that's what the guy used to say. Things are good. Don't worry. Don't freak out. Jake, if you're listening to this, don't call emergency. It's nothing like that, right? It's just, I think it's just the ups and downs of life, man. And I think before I used to be like, how can I avoid this? Now it's like, the shit comes. Tide rises and it lowers. All right? Starts in the east, lands in the west. You get what I'm trying to say to you, my friends. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I get it. I understand it all, my friends. I really do. This is what I signed up for. So that I don't go into work and just shut off my brain all day, every day, and make someone else rich doing an unfulfilling job that I hate, like so many people I know are. This is the trade-off. My brain and I get to duke it out. All of that to say that I'm very excited about the projects that I'm interested in. My biggest thing is how do I take it and get those that are interested in me interested in it? And that's the stuff that I'm going to have to work on because I don't want to create stuff that I don't give a shit about. I won't do that. You don't see me coming out with an AI course because I had AI write one email one time. All right? Threads. For the people listening to this in the history books. Yeah, because this will be the one they listen to, not the podcast with Obama, Tim. They're like, what's that fat guy from Texas have to say? Threads has just popped open, and we all joke, okay, can't wait for the first Threads course to come out, because you know it is. You know it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the business. I understand it. I support it. Just not something I want to do. Yeah. Do I have anything funny? I had a crazy dating story that I can't even tell you. Because I promised her, I don't want my fucking dogs dying and my house being lit on fire and windows smashed. And since her and her gal pal already, proved to be real upstanding citizens, I was like, maybe we just let this dog lie down with the fleas and, we don't try to rescue it. Which, by the way, all these Facebook notifications with the dogs that are being abandoned and stuff, y'all are fucking killing me. If I did have some land, people are like, I bet Tim had some land, he'd have some hoes. Well, if that's what you call my dogs, yes, I would. I'd have lots of dogs out there. With the whole goal of being like, you're safe, we got food for you, come on, type thing. You know what I mean? Roam free if you want to. Come in the house if you want to. It's up to you. I don't mind. Tim, you're crazy for doing that. What you should do is spend a bunch of your money on objects that bring you temporary satisfaction, not lifelong relationships. Like when I get done hanging out with this, I'm going to go hang out with my dogs. Going to watch Suits. I'm a Suits guy all of a sudden. Never cared about it when it was a show, but apparently now. Harvey Specter, Donna, all of them, Mike. Although I'm on season 3, getting ready to go into season 4, it's a little repetitive now. It's like, okay, infighting. Then we have the model firm that's just like us, but the London thing. Now we have more infighting. Now we got Mike's Secret. Now we got a love romance. You know what I mean? It's just a lot. It's a lot of plates. And what they're really good at, I guess, is putting up a plate that worked really good. They're like, we sold out this plate yesterday. You want to put it up for sale again to this season? They're like, remember last season? Yeah, we're going to do it all over again, just with different people. You're like, okay. I'll do that 7-8 seasons. I don't know if it's a syndication, but I haven't heard of any of those actors since. So I have to imagine that's because they all got syndication money, which back in the day, I don't know if it is now, but back in the day used to be like, fuck you, I'm set for life money. Considering the fact I don't see Donna doing a coffee or tea or, vibrator ad on the internet, like I think maybe they made some money with it. I wonder if they got to keep their wardrobe. That's the thing I kept thinking. If you tell me you're going to put me in suits every day, nice suits, and I get to take these home with me, I take them. I never wear them, but at least it happened. Today was a good day. It was a productive day. My buddy Chase is going to come over soon, not tonight, another time, and we're going to record a podcast about our trip to Cuba. His opinions, my opinions, probably a lot of shit talking and infighting among that. And we're just going to keep looking for the next gas station, I guess, right now. Been listening to a lot of Tim Ferriss's podcast. Hate to plug another one. Tim probably does need the promotional help, though. The one person I send every 6 years, he'll greatly appreciate the numbers. He'll be like, oh, shit. Dude, thanks for that one guy that you sent me on the day where this other guy who made a YouTube video of lighting his crotch on fire. Yeah, he sent me 6,000 people, but thank you for your one. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All I'm saying is, don't stress out too much. Don't do drugs, except prescription ones, and only responsibly, of course. Take a few deep breaths. Do all you can to attack whatever the issue is in the moment. And then let it go. Also, don't date anybody in the cosmetology industry. And if you go on a date with a girl and she orders 5 drinks before the main course comes, you have my permission to get up and run to the fucking door while saying, release me, Satan, release me, demons be gone. And then point at said person, be like, pick up your own check, and then walk the fuck out. So in between my drug-filled haze of meth, trying to make them sound more exciting. In between me being a complete hermit locked up inside of my house during the summer months because fuck the heat, I will do my best to keep you apprised of how the survey goes, how life is going, how business is going, that we celebrate every opportunity, that we don't look towards the gap. Oh no, Tim, we don't look towards what we have, but how far we have come. We look back and we look forward to our progress by seeing how far we've come, not the gap that still remains. Yes, I know I'm saying the same thing twice. We have a vice president that likes to do the same thing. I saw her talking the other day. I thought, is she high? She got to be higher than giraffe pussy. And I think it's a game to her. She's like, watch it. I'm going to go finesse these white boys. Y'all want to talk about dreams? I think dreams are critical. Dreams are the critical infrastructure of your dreams. And if you could ever imagine your dreams being multiplied by your dreams and more dreams and more dreams, then you know how important a dream is. I used to dream a genie. I used to dream of Little Miss Sunshine. But they sprinkle their rays of hopes on my dreams. Those rays of hope in the form of dreams sprinkle down upon my dreams and they become other dreams. How could they not? How could you be upset living in a country where your dreams are allowed to dream? Sure, a lot of people don't have access to food. Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water. Housing is gone, uncontrollable. I saw a truck yesterday that had a $1,600 a month car payment for a mere $48 a day. It was like $1,440. Pre-tax, of course. You too could drive a truck. Bridges are collapsing, right? Temperature seems to be hotter everywhere. A lot of insurance companies are pulling out of high damage areas because they expect the worst to come. But don't look at any of that because your dreams, dream a little dream of me. And when I dream of your dreams, I know that our dreams can come together if you just vote for me. Thank you and good night. God bless you and God bless the United States of America. And then I'd walk off stage and you would just hear tink, tink, tink. You're like, oh shit, a whole crew of people with baseball bats because I'm trying not to insinuate that as the president, I would be assassinated, but bad things would occur to me. And as I was about to take my final breath, right, as the final baseball bat blow was coming down, they'd stop and they'd, do you have any last words, Mr. Castleman? I would say yes. Don't forget your dreams.